This is KUGAN CASSIUS. We're at Sims's gym here in Hainault. With me I have Olympic gold medalist Anthony Joshua, MBE. What's happening, Anthony?
Not bad, just finished a tough grafting session.
I've just noticed that t-shirt you're wearing ringside. You can't wear that on here, you know that?
I need a knife film t-shirt.
No, you can. Ringside are cool because I've been on it, so it's cool.
That's it.
How many times have you been on it?
Quite a few times, you know, with Nelson, Adam Smith.
Oh, I'll shut up now because I said I'd stop mentioning my ringside appearance. So.
How many times have you been on?
Once. It's enough. Once is enough.
Once is enough.
Once is enough.
Well done with all your hits on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I told you how many we got earlier on. Do you remember?
Done. That's big.
Do you remember how many we got?
11 million.
11.2.
11.2.
It's all about the point two.
It is, of course. You know, it makes a difference.
Definitely. How are you settling into Tony Sims and the Sims's elite boxing gym? How are you settling in?
It's going to take time. No word of a lie. I think it's all about conditioning because what my body's used to, we're doing stuff completely different. So I've got to condition my body again, condition my mental state, and like rest. My rest days have changed. So you know when you've been used to something for so long, when you rest, how you train, it's been really regimented. Now we've scrapped that whole routine and we've got something new diet, so on and so forth. So my body's just going through that change at the minute, you know, but I'm going to get there. I'm sticking through. You saw the session, you saw what they done to me at the end, little things like that. Yeah,
I mean, I caught most of your session today on the ball, the bag, and that medicine ball looks painful.
Mm.
It's called a medicine ball, isn't it?
Yeah. Medicine.
That looked, the last third of it looked.
I thought it was in a throwback film or something like that.
Yeah. Not even as hard as that, really.
Nah, I thought it was in a throwback film of Rocky Marciano or something like that. But it's good though. That's what I mean. I've never done that before, but I'm getting conditioned.
Definitely. Is that your bag that just fell? Where you going there?
Wet, sweaty gear.
Okay. Keep that where it is.
No money. I'm
not
doing a Mayweather on you
no,
yet.
Definitely not.
No money in there yet.
Well, since the Olympics, it seemed like it went on forever while everyone was waiting for you to make up your mind. Make up your mind, and you know, I know you was talking to everyone and everything, and then you obviously finally come to the decision first to turn pro, and then secondly, obviously, to do it with Matchroom. So the dust has settled now since your press conference, so you'll just be allowed to until the hype around October the 5th.
Yeah, well, you know, I appreciate the suspense of people as well, because like their interest is important. Do you know what I mean? And I was always checking what people were saying. A lot of people saying, stay amateur, what you can gain, what you can learn, turn pro, what you can gain, what you can learn, because you've climbed to the top of the amateur mountain. Had all these thoughts. As you said, I went and saw a lot of people. Because it's a life decision now. I know deep down I'm not going to another Olympics. I'm going to the top of another mountain. So I had to make sure that I implemented the same structure, the same discipline and all that. And I had the right team around me, you know. So I chose Matchroom. Everything was right in the contract and ready to crack on now. And I know it's going to be tough. I've mentally prepared myself. So let's get the ball rolling.
Without naming names, did you turn down bigger money elsewhere?
Nah, Matchroom were the best.
Really?
Yeah.
I Film London offered 10 million for you.
10.2.
10.2. Point two.
Don't forget the 2.
So Matchroom overall for everything was the best, financially and you know the way you were looking to go forward. Everything Matchroom were the best for you.
For me, yeah.
Okay.
Pounds make sense.
No, because a lot of people were saying you was offered silly money from abroad and things like that.
To be fair, sorry, that's a lie. There was a silly offer. If we're talking about offers, there was a silly offer, but you got to remember, boxers are notoriously known for getting themselves into contracts that they can't get themselves out of. There's great fighters out there, but without the best promoters. Like a lot of Cubans, do you know what I mean? Like Mike Perez and many are Cubans out there that they're so talented, but they're with the wrong promoters. So there was one deal that outmatched everyone's offer. But I reckon if I was in it for the cash, quick bit of money, and I said, you know what? If I was 30 years old, 35 years old, and I said I need to earn a bit of cash, I had some kids at home to look after, I would have taken that route. But I'm young, I'm going to develop, and I bet myself. So knocking off of 0 to, I said, this is where I'm going to be, and I chose Matchroom.
Okay. Going back to the Olympics, it's very comfortable this rope here. There was a fight in particular in your journey that a lot of people say you lost. Looking back on that now, What are your thoughts on that? You know what fight I'm talking about.
I don't.
Zavon.
Savon.
Yeah.
I'd beat him. I'll beat him again.
No, but I'm not. It's not German I'm talking to, is it? There was a few people that said that they felt that he nicked it over you, but
I don't feel that way. I feel one thing though is that I didn't perform to my best. You know what I mean? So I think people are expecting a dazzling performance, maybe as such, but I don't think I come out and I it was quite an even fight when people might have thought I was going to come outclass this kid, and it didn't kind of work out that way. He's a slippery fighter, don't get me wrong, but if you watch the fight again and you look at some of the shots that I'm landing, he was more slip, jab, slip off. And if you look, I'm trying to nail this guy, stop him in his tracks. He didn't come to fight. I felt like half of the match I'm chasing him around the ring, and then that's a professional style of fighting where you're trying to blast someone out. I'm taught to ba ba bam, step off, ba ba bam, but I was played on my back foot while I was chasing him, so I don't think I boxed in my best amateur style. So I think that's what it was. And stuff like when it was your first fight, I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself in the Olympics. Something different. You try to tone it down in your head. Try to tell yourself, oh, it's just another championship. Then you get out there and there's like 14,000 people raring your name. And that's what everyone's been talking about. The people that have boxed before you have been like, I've been out there, the crowd was nuts. Keep your calm, keep your head on your shoulders. So I've gone out there and I've focused on the crowd. So I realised you can't shut that out. You just need to embrace it because they're there to support me. And I think that the nerves, the fact that I had someone boxing the way I box as an amateur, I had to switch my style. So I don't think you got the best out of me. But I believe that if I would have stayed as an amateur, I could honestly beat all of these guys again. That's not being cocky. I just believe in myself.
what do you think of that overall scoring system in the Olympics? Because again, there were a few decisions, and obviously not to do with your fight, but other fights as well, where people were saying that weren't right, and etc. etc.
It's funny. I don't know. In the amateurs, from juniors up to seniors, everyone, I've had 8 fights. I've won 6, but 2 of them I got robbed. You know what I mean? A lot of people talk about this robbery stuff, but I think that you got your job in the ring is to beat whoever's in the other corner. You got your trainer's job to notice your opponent's mistakes, and you got the referee's job to make sure it's a clean fight, and you got the judges to make sure they judge the fight. So if I'm complaining about the judging, I might as well be a judge and sit out there and do it. What am I worrying about fighting for? They've got a job to do. Let them do their job. I got a job to do, and that's to beat whoever's in the other side of the corner. And that's all I can do to my best. I'm not worried about the judges. When I go in, I don't think, let me try and impress the judge. I go in there to beat whoever I've got to beat. So I'm not one to complain about scoring or stuff like that. In the Olympics, it's different to what I'm used to. Stuff like, I could touch you on your shoulder like that. People think, oh my God, he's a point down. Because all around the world, when you're boxing in world championships, it's a bit more tough. You have to win each round. In the Olympics, it's a point scoring game, isn't it? So it's a bit different. But as I said, to any up and coming fighters, I'm not saying this is the way to be, but I just look at it as, don't worry about anything else out there. Make sure you believe that you beat that guy in that corner.
That's it. Well, listen, like you said, the Olympics is over now, so it's like gold medals, Savon, whoever, Camarelli, all in the past for you now. So moving on forward, I remember speaking to you when we done a little drive around Watford and all this hype around you, and this is about 8 months before the Olympics started. So now this is all over and we're a year on from there, from the Olympics. Is there a danger of too much pressure being applied on you because you're a heavyweight and that you won gold medal? Is there the danger of you being hyped up too much?
I think that's the promoter's job, really. You know what I mean? And I can definitely understand where you're coming from, though. Hype is hype, but depends who believes it and who don't. But I believe in myself. Yeah. I back myself.
That's what's important.
Yeah, I just back myself because I wouldn't say, if I didn't work hard and I didn't come gym every day, I wouldn't be here saying I back myself. But I put in the work to compete with the elites. So I definitely back myself. But most definitely, what I am today, like that's what I said, is that going back to the Olympics, what I am in 2012 isn't going to be the Anthony Joshua in 2016. It's all, without no struggle, there's no progress. So we'll be grinding, working to improve. So my debut will be a good Anthony Joshua, but ain't going to be the greatest Anthony Joshua. That comes with time. So the pressure and all the hype, as long as I get in there, I perform, and I get that win, everyone's going to be happy, I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to be out again in the next 10 days or 30 days. So we just got to keep the ball rolling, really.
What do you say to the people that draw comparisons with you and Audley?
What about Lennox?
Lennox, but Audley was the last one to win gold medal at your weight. We're
different. As I said, I think, when did Audley turn pro? When he was 30?
Yeah, around about then.
Maybe his desires at that age are different. I think how I think now at 23 to how I'm going to think when I'm 30 is going to be different. Audley probably gave it his best, and with the tools Audley's given in life, that's as far as he could go. And you can't knock anyone for that. We're all different, and we've all got different cards to play in life. So whatever cards he's given, he can only take himself as far as possible. And if that's how far he can get with him, well done to him. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he's this, he's that, because we're all different. Now me, I've got my cards, and I've managed to get myself so far, and I've got to take myself as far as I can with the next set of cards I've been played as an amateur. As a professional. But all in all, I love to fight. I like to train hard, and I love to fight. So I think that's going to take me on a long way. I love to work hard. So all these comparisons, we're going to see in the next 3-4 years. It's early days. I haven't even had my first pro fight, so all this comparison stuff. Let me at least get a few wins under my belt.
This is the sort of stuff people were saying before you went to the Olympics. Probably not as much, but there were certain people. Cause I remember that conversation I had with you, and there was people like Colin Hart saying we've got the next Muhammad Ali and all this. Do you remember all them comments that people made?
Yeah.
So if that was that was in January of last year. So, like you said, you're a year and a half on from that now. So. Yeah. Listen, you can only do what you got to do.
Trust me, I can only get up in the morning and do what my coach has told me to, and do a bit more, and get in the ring, and I could fight and win. And that's what I could do. And as I said, the cards that I've been given, the genetics that I've been blessed with, I've got to make sure I use them to my best ability. And however far that takes me, I hope it takes me to the top. And that's the best I can do. As long as I give my best in training and in the ring, I can't complain.
How's your relationship gone with Mr. Hearn?
It's cool, man. He's a cool guy, but it's business, isn't it?
Business.
Yeah, it's business, and I think as long as I stay winning, our relationship's gonna grow. But all in all, he's a cool guy, and if anything goes wrong, I'm gonna see if I can get a job down the Matchroom headquarters.
Yeah. Washing the cars.
making
the tea, washing Barry's Bentley and Eddie's one and all.
Yeah.
Too many Bentleys in that place.
What you got? Bentley?
I ain't Bentley.
11.2 hits.
11.2 hits. We've got a few more hits before I start getting one of them. All right, well, listen.
Nah, definitely shout out to all the iFilm listeners as well. Don't believe all the hype. The proof's in the pudding. All the fighters out there, stay dedicated to your craft. And all the listeners, stay interested in iFilm London, because he's always bringing the best interviews as well.
With the biggest names.
Yeah, and check out my new website as well. It's going to be uploaded in 2 weeks, ajboxing.com, and you can voice your opinion through my blog. There'll be training videos, pictures, so keep you updated with my progress and what's happening next, and Twitter issues and stuff like that.
Okay. Anthony F. Joshua.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that. Right, well, listen, Anthony, thank you very much for talking to us. I'll let you get stuck in the traffic now, because I've kept you back at that crucial point on the M25.
I've got 45 minutes. I ain't got no range. I haven't got no Bentley. I ain't got no bag of money. You know what I mean? So I've got to make sure I'm trotting along at 20 miles an hour trying to beat that traffic. Peace.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS with Anthony Joshua for iFilm London. Thank you very much.